Слава Україні! Я називаюся пан доктор Андрій Романович Добратко Сас Horodysky, оригінально з Трентону. І я є морським біологом, я був професором, а тепер я федеральний риб'ячий біолог тут в Америці. Greetings to all of my friends who don't speak Ukrainian as well. I am Dr. Andrij Horodysky, a graduate school classmate of Dr. Rob Condon at the College of William and Mary, Virginia Institute of Marine Science. And it's a real honor to speak to you all today on Earth Day and wish you well for the projects that you are undertaking with Young Scientists Academy. I can tell you from knowing Dr. Condon a very long time, 20 years, give or take, that you're in extremely good hands, in the hands of a gifted scientist, a wonderful educator, and a person who really cares about affecting the lives of tomorrow's scientists, right? I want to start by asking you all a philosophical question I want you to ponder. You don't have to answer me now, but I want you to spend today thinking, today, Earth Day, Saturday, tomorrow actually, thinking about it. And that is, if you had two end members, right, a dichotomy, if you will, if you were either A or B, where on that line would you fall between A and B? Where A is we inherited this planet from our parents, and B is we're borrowing it from our children. I think the answers to those questions will help you structure and decide where you fit in, because this planet has so many problems and yet so many opportunities and so many challenges that take multiple scientific skill sets, the combination of classrooms full of people, each bringing their own cultural perspective, their own educational perspective, their own scientific perspective, a team of scientists, a team of educators, a team of social science folks to sort out the world's problems because they're complicated. You are the answer to tomorrow's problems, right? So how are you going to do it? How is your generation going to solve it? This is an extremely exciting time to be involved in science. It's a wonderful career. I grew up in Bordentown, New Jersey, to Ukrainian parents. Speaking English was the second language I learned. And at age 3, I caught my first bluegill. My grandfather took me fishing, and I fell in love with fish. And aside from brief dalliances with dinosaurs and insects, I never really left fish as my passion. And to this day, I am a fish biologist. I'm a former college professor at Hampton University, where I received tenure and a couple of really fancy grant awards. And now I work for the National Marine Fisheries Service for NOAA Fisheries. And I'm a marine biologist working with fisheries issues, pressing fisheries issues like ocean acidification, wind farm fisheries interactions, and aquaculture, growing food in controlled circumstances, fish in the ocean. And so some of the grand challenges of how do we feed more people on the planet, how do we ask more of the ocean at a time where the ocean can give us less, combining sort of out of the box thinking, novel skill sets, tinkering a lot of technology. I'm a sensory biologist by training, which means I study what fish see and what they hear, combining medical techniques with fancy computing and coding, and the lights and sounds flashing and playing and recording the brain's response to stimuli, right? It requires lots of collaboration with lots of really, really smart folks. And it's not what I thought I'd be doing when I grew up, right? I wanted to catch more fish than my grandfather, and that would have been a great life goal, if nothing else for me. But today you guys have some really interesting challenges. I know you're starting a coastal fisheries unit. You're also dealing with some of the really pressing geopolitical issues of the day, the war in Ukraine, restoring infrastructure, peace engineering, if you will. And I'm going to give Dr. Condon some of my contacts in the peace engineering world who are starting to work on this question. This is going to be a major field of science in your time as students, both in undergraduate, but also in college, in college undergraduate, but also in graduate school and going forward, is at a time where we're getting less rain in places, where electrical grids may be substandard or aging at a time where we need to move to green energy technologies. How are we going to do that? It's one thing for affluent countries to do it, but how do we do it across the world in an equitable and just sort of way? These are the pressing questions of tomorrow. I hope you guys get involved with. Happy Earth Day. I'm really proud of you for doing what you're doing, for working really hard at Young Scientist Academy. And like I said, I know you're in fantastic hands with Dr. Rob Condon, who's a very close friend and a fantastic scientist. I could pick almost no one, I think, who's better able to lead you with his combination of skills and his passion for learning. So good luck to you all, and save the planet for my daughters so that I can go fishing with them when I'm old. Thank you all very much. Take care.